Hi, I'm in the mood to build some strength today, so I'm going to be focusing on some abs, some back extension, some glutes, and just getting everything a little bit stronger. So get your game face on and let's get going. Okay, it's time. It's time to get your body moving. Let's see where this adventure takes us. Make your way down onto your mat, arms down by your side, knees are bent, feet are flat on the mat. And from here, I just want you to pull your lower back into the mat and then reach your tailbone long and away from you. And rock your hips. Pull your lower back into the mat and reach your tailbone long and away from you. And I want you just to start settling in. Find a nice breath pattern that can match your body's movement. Exhale as you pull your lower back down. And then inhale as you reach your tailbone long and away. Just starting to get that lower back warmed up. We're going to see where we can take that back, get it all moving up, down, side to side, twisting. We'll start out just nicely. Sneak up on it if we need to. Press those arms down into the mat. Make sure you have pressure on your big toe, your little toe, your heel. I have energy between my knees, so just slowly making this movement a little more dynamic and seeing what we can turn on our body and make it a whole body thing. From here, rock your hips. Continue peeling and curling all the way up to the ceiling. My arms have good pressure into the mat. Hold that tuck of your hips. Inhale. On the exhale, articulate down. Take your time. Getting each little vertebra a chance to move on its own, uncurling completely at the bottom. Inhale. On the exhale, rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up. And hold, and slowly articulate all the way down. And from here, rock your hips. No butt in this initial tuck, all abs, and really use those abs to peel and curl yourself, lifting up at the top. Make sure you still have energy in between your knees. There's pressure on your big toe, your little toe, your heel. Breathing into the back and sides of your ribs and then articulate all the way down. Take your time. No big chunks of spine coming down. They all get their chance to come down one at a time. Uncurl completely one more time. This time we're going to hold it up at the top. Really holding onto that good tuck, pressure on your arms. From here, I want you to keep your hips nice and level. Don't let one or the other drop at any time. From here, you're going to just shift your hips over to the right and come through the center. Shift your hips over to the left and then over to the right and over to the left. So you're kind of making your spine move back and forth. I don't even know which way to show that. And then shift. So there's no dip or drop at all in your hips at any point. You're drawing a straight line right across. And come back to the middle. And then just come down 2 vertebrae. So we're going to do that same motion and shift to the right and left. And this is going to be part of just getting all the parts of your spine moving in every which way. Sometimes your spine just needs a little blood flow and a little movement to loosen up and keep it happy. And then we're going to get to the strength part. Come to the middle and come down 2 more vertebrae, and shift. And shift. And I'm keeping my knees nice and still, which means I'm kind of having to let my hips move a little bit independent from my legs. So my knees don't get to sway side to side on this one. Come back to the middle. Come down 2. We're getting nice and low. Shift to the right and the left and the right and left. One more time to the right. One more time to the left. Come back to the middle and slowly articulate all the way down at the bottom. We're gonna go one more time up and down just to get the nice fluid motion. Peel and curl those hips all the way up to the top. And hold, inhale, and exhale, coming all the way down. Uncurling completely at the bottom. From here, right leg comes into tabletop. Left leg comes into tabletop. Tap that right toe down on the mat and exhale, pulls it back. And left toe taps and bring it back. Make note of how your leg is moving. So my toes and my feet are pretty relaxed. My legs are relaxed. My knee is at a 90-degree angle, so I'm not hinging at my knee. I'm hinging from my hip. Almost feel like I have a low seat belt across my waist here, holding me stable. Those abdominal muscles are what's holding you stable. And tap. And keep breathing, of course, as an added bonus. You get to breathe the whole time. One more time right. One more time left. Hold it there. Squeeze those knees together. From here, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs and arms and legs go long and bring it right back in. And reach it long and bring it in. And I want energy out your fingers, out your toes. Let's even hold it on this one. See if you can pull your shoulders out of your ears. Find that length in your body and then pull it right back in. And reach and bring it in. 2 more times. 1 more time. Hold it there. Head comes all the way down. Hands come up to the ceiling. Palms face each other. And then just let those arms open all the way out to the side. Keep your knees glued tight together. And pick your left hip up. Float those knees over to the right. Use the left side of your waist to pull it back to center. And take it over to the left. That right side pulls it back to center. Your shoulders are beautifully quiet on the mat. So if somebody was to look at you laying down, from your waist up, you'd look like just a lazy goat laying on the ground. But you're getting a nice twist in that movement right through your spine. Over to the left. Right side of your waist pulls it back. This time, take it over to the right side. Straighten your legs. Pull it back to center and bend. And take it over to the left. Straighten your legs. Pull it back to center and bend. So my legs are moving as one unit and together. So there shouldn't be one leg getting longer than the other when you're doing this shifting and pulling back. So just keep them glued together. You're picking up your left hip to float over to the right. Straighten your legs, pull it back to center and bend. That right hip lifts as you float over to the left. Straighten your legs, pull it back to center and bend. From here, hands come up to the ceiling. Palms are going to face towards your feet. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hands come up and head comes down. And head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hands come up and head comes down. We're just going to do 2 more like this, and then I'm going to switch it. And 1 more time. Head, neck, and chest lifts. Hands come up and head comes down. From here, I'm going to put one hand on top of the other, making a little triangle with my arms, and I'm going to keep those knees glued tight together, picking my left hip up, floating ever so slightly over to the right. So we're going to be aiming for our obliques a little bit more here. From here, head, neck, and chest lifts up, reaching past the outside of that left leg, and coming up, and head comes down. And reach. And it's definitely a challenge to balance, so enjoy that little adventure. And reach. 1 more time. Lifting it up. I'm going to have you hold your chest lifted here. Your arms are going to come over your head. Your legs are going to extend out at an angle and pull it right back in. And reach and pull it in. And reach. We're just doing 2 more. Reach. This time, reach, hold those legs out there. Float your legs down, your arms come over your head a little bit more, and they come back up and together and meet. And float it down and lift. Really getting into that left oblique here. We're doing 3 more. And 2. And last one. Hold, bend those knees, come back to the center, head comes down. Hug your knees into your chest, just a quick little hug. They're going to come back up to tabletop. Hands come back to that triangle, one hand on top of the other. Knees are glued together. Pick your right hip up as you float over to the left, and head, neck, and chest lifts, reaching past that left leg and bringing it back. And lift. For this first one, we're going to bring our head all the way down. We're going to do 3 more. And 2. On this last one, we're going to stay lifted from here. Extend those legs out, arms come over your head, and bring it in. And reach. And reach. And reach. 2 more. One more time, hold it here. This time, float those legs down, arms travel over your head and bring it up and together. Whew. And the balance, of course, is an added little fun element of this. 2 more. 1 more time. Hold, bend those knees, come back to center. Head comes down, hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side, and just know that we're done with that one. Little bit toughish. From here, right leg goes long on the mat, left leg goes long on the mat. It's probably not very nice that I'm making you do roll-ups right after that, but I am. So here we go. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up, and roll all the way up. Belly button stays pulling way back behind you and coming right back and down. Bend your knees if you need to. And inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Even grab your legs if you need to. Let go when you can. And coming all the way down. And inhale, bring it up, and take it down. 1 more time, inhale, bring it up, and come halfway back. Hold it right here. Feet are gonna stay still, hips are gonna stay still, and give me a small little lift right up over the top of those hips. Lift. Lots of abs. My abs are definitely warm. They might be talking to me just a smidge of a bit. Maybe talking to you too. If you need to take a break, please do. 2 more. Last one. Come all the way down. Bring that left leg up to tabletop. Grab a hold of that left knee with your right hand and cross it over your body. And really exhale all the air out of your lungs, melting into that twist. On the next exhale, come back to the center with that knee. Send that left leg out long. Right leg comes up to tabletop. Grab a hold of that knee with your opposite hand. Cross it over your body. And reach that right arm in the opposite direction. Your gaze can follow that right arm as well. And exhale into that. Just find a little melt. That exhale is always good to give your nervous system a little hug as well. So we're multitasking. On the next exhale, inhale. On the next exhale, you're going to pull that knee back toward the center. And once again, send that right leg long on the mat. From here, arms come up to the ceiling. Squeeze those legs together. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up, and slowly roll all the way up. Let's make our way onto our hands and knees. From here, hands are right underneath your shoulders. Knees are right underneath your hips. I want the back of your neck and your head to be lifted to the ceiling. From here, right leg goes out behind you and left leg goes out behind you. And with planks, please do what works for your body. If a full plank is not what's in the cards for you today, go ahead and do it on your knees. Remember, you want to build the positive muscle patterns and you want to feel good. So please listen to your body. From here, I want you to bring your right knee in towards your nose and press it right back out. And left knee comes in toward your nose and press it right back out. Really use those abs to curl it in and press it out. And left leg curls it in, press it out. This time, the right knee is going to come over to the left elbow. And I want you to take your time and get it to touch. And back and left to the right. And right to left. And left to right. And from here, right knee goes to the right elbow, nice and slow because that's how it's fun. And come back and left to left. One more time right. One more time left. Hold it right there. Pike your hips up to the sky. Bring those feet about hip width apart. Heels are reaching towards the ground. Press into the palms of your hand and your fingertips equally. Bend those knees a little bit. Aim your tailbone way up to the sky. Bend your right knee, straighten your left. And switch. And switch. One more time right. One more time left. Both heels back. And from here, make your way onto your knees again. Knees are hip width apart, right underneath your hips. And from here, I want you to keep that right leg bent at 90 degrees and just bring it right up like you're trying to support the ceiling with that right foot. And give me a press up and press and press and press. And I want you to push back behind your hands just a little bit so you have a little more weight on that left hip. We're trying to load that and kind of lighten the grip that you have on those feet, or those hands, excuse me. I can lift my hands up and not directly fall on my face. Although that would be interesting, wouldn't it? I'm sure you would laugh with me, not at me. And press, and press, and press, and press. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Straighten that leg out. We're going to lower it down to the ground and lift, and down and lift. And I am keeping my belly button pulled tight to my spine, and my spine pulled tight to my belly button. Back of my head and neck is lifted up towards the ceiling. My neck is long. And 2 more. One more time. I want you to lower that leg down. Take your time. That knee that's on the ground, I just want you to rotate that foot behind you. Move your left hand to the center. And we're going to come all the way lateral and sideways here. From here, right hand comes behind your head, and then lift that right leg right back up. From here, I want you to flex your foot and bring it in front for a little kick of 2, and bring it back behind you, point it, and a little kick of 2. And pulse in the front for 2, and back for 2. And bring it front, and back, and front, and back. This is where we're going to start smelling some muscle burning, some strength being built, some weakness dying. Hold it in the front here. Relax that foot, lower that foot, and lift, and lift, and lift. Head is reaching long in one direction. Lift, and lift. 2 more. Hold it up. Bring it out to the side. Really reach for that length in your body, and lower that leg, and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift. And I really have energy coming out my toes, moving from your hips. Abs are tight. Let's do 2 more. One more time. This time I have you lift it right back up. Bring it back behind you and give me a little pulse back. And lift, and lift, and lift, 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 and lift. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Knees come together. Bring your right hand right down onto the mat next to your left hand and push those hips over to the right and get a stretch through that hip. Well, that was fun. Now you know what's coming on the other side. So, game face, go to your happy place. We're going to do it. Walk those hands in front of your legs. So we'll turn ourselves around facing the other direction. Once again, hands are right underneath your shoulders. Belly button's tight to your spine. Spine's to your belly button. Really push away from the ground like the ground smells, or there's some teenage boys' socks there. I know my teenagers' socks smell, so that's what I'm envisioning right there and getting as far away as I can. Left leg is going to stay at 90 degrees. You're going to bring it right back behind you. Flex that foot like you're trying to put the bottom of your foot on the ceiling and press it up. And press, and press, and press. Double check where you are with your orientation. Shift a little bit behind those hands so you don't have all that pressure and weight on your hands. I want more weight into that right hip, kind of loading that sucker up. And lift, and lift, and lift, and lift. One side of your hips might be stronger than the other, so you might feel a difference from one side to the other. Not to mention the right side's already been working, so it might feel a little fatigued-ish. Fatigued-ish. That's where I'm at, fatigued-ish. Reach that leg straight out behind you and lower and lift and lower and lift and lift and lift and lift and lift. Let's do 2 more. Last one, lowering it all the way down. Rotate that left foot behind you. I'm going to bring my right hand to the middle of the mat, turning on your side. That left hand comes behind your head. Reach long right through your body here. So not crouched out and trying to survive, but find that length in your body. Get the most out of what you got. Bring that left leg up to hip height, flex that foot, bring it in front for a pulse of 2, and point it as it goes back behind you for a pulse of 2. And in front for 2, and back, and front, and back. I can almost touch my little horses, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and bring it in front and hold, relax that foot, and drop that leg, and lift. Whoo, and lift. And lift. I would go to my happy place, but my little studio is my happy place, so I'm already here. I'm here and burning. 2 more. Last one. Stay lifted. Come long and lower and lift. And lift. And lift. We're going to feel so good when this is done. I mean, I do feel pretty good right now. I'm getting a little bit warmish, a little bit sweatyish. And lift. Hold that lift, bring it behind you, and give me a little pulse backwards, and lift, and lift. Make sure your rib cage isn't starting to jut forward. Keep that tucked in, belly button still pulled in. Don't forget about that part. And lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, and last one, lower it down and sink back. Left hand comes down, push those hips over to the left. Nice, good exhale. Let's shimmy down onto our bellies. And from here, I want the palms of your hands flat on your thighs. I want you to push your hip bones and your pubic bone into the mat. And from here, lift your torso up and hold it here for just a minute. Lift your shoulders a little bit farther and reach down towards your feet and lower down. And inhale, lifts it up. And exhale, lowers it down. And inhale, lifts it up. And exhale, lowers it down. Inhale, lifts it up, and really reach your head long. I'm going for length instead of height. Pick those shoulders up again. Reach a little farther down towards your feet. Hold that. Rotate so that the palms of your hands face the ground. Hover your feet off the mat and just beat them in and out. In and out they go. And beat, beat, beat. Nice and quick with some good energy. So a nice quick pace. It's what we're looking for. And beat, 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 beat. Heads reaching long. Belly button still pulled to your spine. And breathing, of course. And beating those feet. Quick, quick, quick. Beat, 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 beat. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Lower all the way down. Push yourself up onto your hands and knees. Separate those knees. Feet are together. And sit back on your feet for just a touch. A nice good stretch. From here, walk your hands in, make your way back around so you're sitting on your derriere, And I'm gonna sit back behind my tailbone here. From here, my toes are just kind of hovering off the mat, and I'm making a little diamond with my legs. So my toes are together, my knees are apart. I'm gonna take my right hand, wrap it in the center around, grab my right foot. Left foot comes around, center, grab to the outside. From here, you're gonna tap your feet 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Rolling back, staying off your neck and your head. Hold right here, tap 1, 2, 3, and come up and hold. 1, 2, 3, and take it back. 1, 2, 3, and bring it forward. 1, 2, 3. If you're doing this like death taps, trying to get it in before you roll back forward, just know that you should be in control, really using those abdominals, staying lifted and tapping 2, 3, and bringing it forward. 2, 2, 3. Last one, taking it back, getting a nice massage of your spine. 1, 2, 3. Put the bottoms of your feet together and just round it over the top. Lift your chest, your head a little bit, and press forward with a nice flat back. Round it forward one more time. And roll it right back up. I feel like a little roller might feel good after this, so maybe find a rolling video. And if you want to be done, be done. If not, find another video like rolling. That would be lovely. Anyways, go do something fabulous. I'll see you tomorrow.